Hey folks, Jake and I are here to shoot another video. This video is going to be dedicated to some albums that I picked up at a Louisville record shop called Guestroom Records. It's in a different part of town, so I don't make it out there that often, but when I do, they usually have some cool stuff. Most of these records came out of the bargain bin. And I found some, and again, for a bargain bin, I found some really cool stuff for next to nothing. Let's jump into it. This first one I'll show, Country Christmas album, Willie Nelson, Pretty Paper. I believe this was his first Christmas album, if I remember right. It is on Columbia. Not much to show. The cover is cool. It does look like a Christmas package, kind of. But it's a good album. This was produced and arranged by Booker T. Jones. So it's not, even though it's a country album, it's got more of kind of an organ feel to it. This next album I know nothing about. It was a total blind buy, and I need to get around to spinning it. But it's Jonathan Tyler, Holy Smokes. Picked it up, thought, it looks interesting. It's not that old of an album. 2015. It's autographed. Notice that one of the autographs signatures has WFPK written right up at the top. It says WFPK, thanks for doing what you do. WFPK is one of the is like the public radio station here in Louisville. So that's kind of cool. Let's see here. This next album, I picked it up because I thought it was a jazz album. It's on the Decca label. It is organ music, but I don't know. I guess it's jazzy, but I wouldn't really call it jazz. Yeah, so I picked it up and gave it a spin, and there's the label, Decca. I don't think there's anything really significant on the back, just mainly, just kind of a plain back. But, so this one's called Gently Swinging, Earl Grant. And then I picked up another Earl Grant album. Earl Grant, Yes Siree. Both of these were about $1, so I thought it would be, give it a try. But I don't know what they're doing exactly here. Again, this is on Decca. Kind of got the original sleeve. They did clean up really nice, but I don't know what they're doing, because they've got, who is this dude? I mean, because I just showed you Earl Grant, and this isn't her. I don't get it. So, but so I picked those up. It was kind of a blind buy. This one I need to spin. It's Anson Funderburk and the Rockets. Rack 'em Up. My buddy Dave was with me, and I think he said that he thought it was probably blues. There's the back. It is a gold stamp promo. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the gold stamp. It's on Blacktop Records. And yeah, so I thought I would give them a whirl. I definitely am a fan of blues rock, anything like that. The next album is a little different. Truth. On the Road. I snatched this one up. The cover's a bit wore. Got some ring wear there. This is Truth. On the Road, recorded live in Dallas, Mobile. Or Dallas, Memphis, Mobile. Is the gatefold. Now, if you're wondering who Truth is, they were kind of a vocal band, a Christian vocal band, and which is why I grabbed it on Impact Records. This album was released in 1977, which I don't know. I don't know if they had started using the term contemporary Christian music or not. They may have still been using the term Jesus music at that point. But yeah. So I was very interested. The vinyl looked good, so I wasn't going to let some wear on the cover scare me off. This next band, well-known band, I have yet to hear them, but I thought, I'd give them a whirl. Fog Hat, Tight Shoes. If nothing else, I'll have heard some Fog Hat. I don't know if that's a good I don't know anything about their discography. I don't know if that's a good representation of their music or not. Perhaps somebody can let me know in the comments. The next album I picked up because I was in another record store and they were playing some cool blues rock, and I asked the guy, I said, who's this band? And he said they're called Cactus. So I found this album and they're in this other bargain bin. What is that title? OT and Sweaty. I don't get it. Covers a bit. It was a bit, wore. Well loved. I need to put this on because what I heard in the record shop that day was pretty good. On the Atco label. Original inner sleeve. This next album, I may have shown it before because this was I picked this up because I know I'm probably going to give it to somebody to call Modern Romans. Really love this band. And the album was only $1, so it's on the Mercury label. Love the call. And wasn't going to let that album just sit in a bargain bin. The next album, again, the cover's really wore, but for $1, the vinyl looked good, so Montrose, Paper Money. Yeah, I like Sammy Hagar. So I wasn't going to leave this. Again, on the Warner Brothers label. That's the thing about bargain bins. You just never know until you check that vinyl. Sometimes the cover may look pretty beat up. This one does. But that vinyl plays good. That vinyl looks good, so it's worth taking a spin. This was $2. Styx. Gilroy was here. I was a little shocked to find it. Here's the. Whoop! I am so sorry, Jake. Don't tell OSHA on me. I don't. Unsafe work environment, huh? Alright, so that's the gatefold. The back. Original sleeve. It does have a little tearing, so I'll move that record real soon. Custom center rings. Hang on, Jake. I don't want There you go. Custom center rings. Very cool pickup. And then I found another Styx album. This is double LP. Styx Caught in the Act. Back. Gatefold without smacking Jake in the head. Let's go look at that. Original sleeves. Center rings. So great songs on here. I think we all know Styx. Now the next two, actually, I think that day I only paid like I think $8 for one of them. This was also I'm trying to remember if this was a bargain bin or not. I think it was. Triumph Rock and Roll Machine. How about that cover? Love that cover. Of course, on RCA. So that was a very good album. I've spun that. That was very enjoyable. And finally, this was the main event for the day. This was the $8 used record. Def Leppard, On Through the Night. There's the back. Now, on one of my previous visits, I've got two CDs to show real quick. On one of my previous visits, in the used CDs, I found this CD. It's got a sticker on the front, so I'll take it out. Beth Hart, Screaming for My Supper. My buddy Dave had been talking to me about her, and so I asked him, I said, do I need to pick this CD up? And he said, yes, for $4. Absolutely, you need to pick that up. She is good. And then this other album is really good too. He said, "Did you know that's Willie Nelson's boy?" I said, "No," but let me check that out. And so I put the headphones on. They had one of those old listening stations with the different CD players, and you could select. And so I listened to a few songs and thought, well, I need to have the CD. It's Lukas Nelson and Promise of the Real. And he's much more than, it's not like he's just a rip off of his old man. He's a good artist in his own right. This is the booklet that came in the front, mainly lyrics. Does have a picture. Well, it's got this picture in the middle. If I can get my fingers out of the way. So, and then the inside of the CD, just a little cardboard CD holder. Yeah, Lukas Nelson, Promise of the Real. This is definitely worth checking out. If you're a country fan, you need to give him a listen. And that are the fall pickups from Guestroom Records. And yeah, so we will conclude this video, and we hope you all are doing well, and we'll see you soon.